How's it going, everybody? So, it's been a while. And I mean, more than a while, a long time. Usually I do streams, which aren't really that interesting, random videos, and that's about it. And I haven't been saying a single word. So I decided it's about time I actually talked and said what's up. So, where have I been? Well, continuing the same projects that I mentioned last time. However, lately I've actually been taking a break. I found myself just like stopping and playing a game, and it just kept going and going, and it's like, well, I guess I'll take a break for a little while. But I could never get myself to get back to work, so it got a little bit longer than originally intended. But I'm back. I'm trying to get back to work and everything. A little slow, but I'm doing my best. And I don't plan on being completely silent. So the projects are still going, so I'm going to be distracted by that. But I'm sure some of you who may have noticed, if you're subscribed to the 249 channel, I've actually been posting a lot there, because I actually got around to making thumbnails and all that, getting those finished, and actually getting them published. And that did me a favor, because I was able to make more room. So I want to discuss. I think I'll save the rest for the big thing for last. So what's next? Well, the plan is I am going to keep working. However, I'm going to be a little bit more active. I have a game in mind, well, 2 or 3. And I don't know when I'll get to them. Maybe, I don't know, Thursday, Friday, perhaps. I'll try to get something up. But there's a Dave Microwave game I wanted to play, and also I've been thinking about going back to Around the Clock, because I just want to see if I can somehow manage to get 100%, just 100% that game, as difficult as it might be. Will it be another live stream? I think it might be. Maybe I'll try to do normal episodes, but the thing is, what I'm trying to do, and knowing how difficult the game is, I don't really know if it's like an option. I think I might have to do a live stream, because it'll take a long time, and with all this TF2 stuff, I don't know if I'll be able to. Sure, I can make a long video, but it'll take a long time to edit all that. And I already have like a bunch of TF2 files to go through, not to mention it'll take up more space. So even if I do manage to get around to editing the whole thing, it'll probably take space that I probably won't even have, and that'll be a big problem. So I'll try to get back to TF2, and maybe if I get enough space, then maybe I'll try, but I can't make any promises about that. And speaking of which, there is another game I was thinking about playing from Dave Microwave. I thought, why not? It'll be fun. I already played the other ones, as frustrating as they may be. I'm not gonna say what, but you'll see soon enough. I'll probably do it. I'll probably get it tomorrow. And that's pretty much my upcoming plans. And I need to get back into touch with Jeff, and we definitely gotta do some Kingdom Hearts episodes now and then. But lately we've been doing Sea of Thieves, and I'm sure you saw that recent live stream we did. We were doing Pirate's Life, and I think we'll get back to that. But the problem in that stream was the audio. It's just like, you can hear us talk, but the problem is you won't be able to hear the game. If you can hear the game, you won't hear Jeff talk. So it's just like, you gotta give up one or the other. It's just like, that's been a problem in that stream. But before continuing, I was thinking I'll try to experiment, try to fix it, see if I can find a way around it. I don't really know yet. I'll try to find some free time, but I gotta get back to it soon, because I'm a little bit worried that there's gonna be a new update and it's gonna get rid of it, and I don't want that to happen. So I'll try to look into it as soon as I can, maybe Friday, and see if I can find a solution. If not, we'll probably just have to sacrifice the audio. I honestly do not know. maybe there's a way, but I'll have to find out. And now it's time to get to one of the main subjects. There's good news and bad news, but I'm gonna go with the bad news. So, I know in the past I mentioned some issues going on with my Discord server, like a lot, like constantly, from trolls to complications with people, to the point I had to stop sharing the invite, and there's infighting and a lot of communication issues. So, unfortunately, I kind of cut ties with the server. I wanted to delete it. Well, let me back. I'm going way too far here. So we did manage to talk things out, and so far everything was going fine. It's back to normal. Everything seems to be going well. Everything seems to be smooth, following the rules. Like memes are memes. Everything's more chill. There is one guy that's been causing problems. However, he's gone now. But otherwise, dealing with his behavior, everything was going fine. But a day or two ago, depending on when I publish this, there's been some fighting again. And how do I put this? Everyone is like a spoiled brat. Because, I mean, I try to put up polls, because I think, you know what, maybe I'll try polls and see how that goes, because I want to see what these guys will think. Because I just want to be like a Discord exclusive, like they'll know what's coming by the polls, and they'll vote, and then they'll be on YouTube, etc. Because I had a game in mind that I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to mention that one either, and I thought, well, let's see what they think. Will they want me to see me play it, or what? And so I decided to make a channel. I put the question up, and I set reactions, a green check mark, a red X, and depends on how many clicks they got, and it'll be yes or no. At first, there was a miscommunication, and eventually found out that, well, they told me they couldn't see it, and that one guy I mentioned earlier was, of course, overreacting to it. What a surprise. And it eventually became clear that they couldn't see it. Because sure, they were saying, like, where is it, and all that. I had no idea what they were talking about at first, until one of them eventually straight up said, we can't see it. So it's like, thank you. I had no idea what was going on, and I wasn't even seeing the messages. So when they mentioned it, it clicked, and I realized what I did wrong. And because I accidentally turned off the ability to see the post history, which means it was like empty to them. So I went and did that, and I figured, okay, you guys can probably see it now. And boy, was I in for a surprise, but it wasn't really that surprising. But everyone started screwing with the reactions, and now to think about it, it could have easily been avoided if I just set it to when everyone can't add reactions. Though I'm pretty sure I turned it off. But looking back, I should have just disabled the reactions. They could have been able to see them just fine and would be able to click it just fine. Because only one person actually clicked on one of the freaking vote reactions I put there, and then for some reason everyone is filling it up with spelling pointless words with reactions. I'm just like, can anyone just follow the simplest instructions? It's like all you have to do is click the one or two things. And what did they do? They react with a thumbs down and a middle finger to everything I say, which was just annoying. And here's when things just get more annoying. I decided, why not? At first I thought, you know what, not a good idea, because I know where it's gonna go, knowing that one guy I mentioned, he's probably just gonna complain, because he's always saying I'm ignoring him when he gives me good reason to ignore him. And even though I'm busy and I don't respond to him right away, he assumes I'm annoying him. Though I'm sure some may know, but I decided not to post that up because I don't want to put nothing but drama in my community tab. But it turns out that guy was a troll, because a friend of his made sure to let me know, and it turns out it was sent by the guy I banned, who's been causing problems, told him to come after me and just continue to insult me. So I ended that real quick. And so the thing is, I figured that's how it's gonna go. If I put a rant, he's gonna complain about me. But eventually, after having something to talk about on my own, I was like, you know what? I'll just put it there. But for some reason, it didn't cross my mind that that shit was gonna hit the fan. And first, it was going well. I post something, and then everyone, some agreed and talked about it a little bit. Next thing I know, I turn my back, and when I come back, it's like the general and memes got mixed. People were just talking way off topic and filling it with GIFs and memes. And all I did was put the hashtag memes so they would see that I want them to take it to the meme channel. First, I said, can you guys please just put it in the memes? That's what it's for. This is for rants. And then I just kept on, then I just put hashtag memes after they kept going to get the point across, like, get the hint, take it to memes. This is not where you're supposed to put it. And after they just kept filling it up and just can't even follow the simplest instructions. It's a rant channel. Why are you filling it with anything but? Because I said this to them too. I said, if this was on any other server, you guys, like, you would be gone. You would be kicked or banned. I've seen things happen way less. I even had an unjustified temporary kick for a while. When it was something that wasn't even my fault, but that's a completely different subject. So, I'm not fed up with everybody, because not only can they not just follow the simplest instructions, it was a poll. All you had to do was click the green check mark or the red X. And I just wanted to be, and I was just done. I was already in a bad mood, so going back to all this crap just set me off. And I just lost my patience with everybody. I've been dealing with it for a year, so I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna abandon it. I once again had the thought of deleting it, but I couldn't bring myself to do it because there were good times in there. And some people are also innocent, by the way. Not everyone was bad. Some people just come back and are like, what's going on? So it would pretty much be, so I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I wanted to delete it, yet there was some good times, and if I delete a server, those moments would be gone. So I told him this, I said, you know what? I'm done. I let loose, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. Screw this. I am just going to pretend this server doesn't exist. I'm going to mute it, put it at the bottom of my list where I can't see it, and pretend it doesn't exist. Because I am tired of everyone just not following the simplest instructions now. And I pretty much told them everything I'm mentioning right now, so I'm not going to repeat it all. And for some reason, once again, I'm the bad guy. Although I just explained myself that I'm frustrated and I don't want to deal with this anymore. But I got rid of my YouTube related channels and just left the memes and stuff and all that behind the clips and highlights and all that. And I just you guys do whatever you want. I'm just letting the server crash and burn. You guys can do what you want. And if the server dies, it dies. Nothing's gonna be added new. You guys just do what you want. Just continue to talk, make good memories and all that. Have a good time. Otherwise, and besides that, I'm done. And once again, I'm the bad guy. For some reason, that was so wrong of me to do. Because I got fed up, but I didn't want to delete the server either. So I just decided to just delete the server and let them just continue to use and socialize. Gather around and share moments and all that. I just didn't want to be there anymore. Just let them do their thing. But once again, Sneaky whines and unsubscribes for the second time. He said I lost a subscriber. And then they make another server and completely leave. So, that's what I found out today. Some people left, and one guy just wanted me to give ownership to him. I was skeptical at first because I was dead set on deleting it at that time. I just was like, you know what, I'm done with this server. I just want to delete it and finally get this off my back and be free of this curse, because this server has been nothing but drama, more problems and stress that I have to deal with. And I couldn't even do my job as a frickin' Discord owner. In other servers I've been no different from them. Give people warnings if they continue to break the rules. So I'm just doing what they're doing. I figured if they were there, they would have been gone a long time ago. I can imagine them getting themselves kicked almost immediately from any other any big Discord server. If they were the ones I was in, they would have been gone a long time ago. Because they have the inability, they just can't seem to follow the simplest rules or the easiest of instructions. And for some reason, it's not my fault. Once again, I'm a terrible owner, blah, blah, blah. And I just started to realize that I apparently gave them too much freedom. It's my fault. Because the fact that I decided to bend over backwards and decide to just avoid doing certain things to avoid pissing everybody off, so I held back with banning or kicking the most annoying people or all that, I'm bending over backwards and just like, you know what, just whatever makes them happy. I didn't want anything starting up again, but apparently that made them realize they can get away with whatever and there'll be no consequences. So they act like spoiled brats, like spoiled little kids that think they can get away with whatever they want. So they're doing crap in the server that I don't want them to. And despite my points and pointing it out and asking them all the time, they just call me a bad owner, and it was just repetitive. So one guy just wanted me to give the server to him. So eventually I gave in, and I was like, you know what? Fine, let him have it. I deleted more channels, just start off with a clean slate, leaving the things that they would want and need. I just got rid of my stuff, really. Cleaned everything up. Also changed the profile picture and name, because I know what's going to happen as soon as I'm gone. Because I knew they were all just going to start talking how bad I was, blah, blah, blah. And after I gave the ownership, I left. They said like, oh, I can save the server, and like everyone's gone, like people are leaving, and they don't like me, obviously. This server is just gone downhill, and deleting it was the best option anyway. I was thinking just to get rid of it, and plus it's the only thing we can do at this point. There is no saving it. But if he wants it and thinks he can save it and it'll bring him back, fine. But I was sure as hell not going to stick around and deal with the most likely harassment I was going to get. I was not going to sit around and continue to be insulted. I'm not going to sit around and watch it be like, oh, he's a much better owner than you were because he's letting us do what we want. It's like, I'm not a freaking dictator here. I'm just trying to make everyone chill the hell out. I mean, people cause problems, and when I'm about to kick, I'm the bad guy. And every Discord server does this, but they want you to post things in the right channel. If you have memes, put them in memes. And if you break their rules, you would either be timed out, but most likely kicked or banned. So if they did this on anywhere else, they would have been gone a long time ago. And I just want to keep things just in order, chill, everyone getting along. I'm just trying to do a job as Discord, like any Discord server owner would do. Just try to follow the rules, give a few warnings, make sure everyone doesn't misbehave, and of course they do. And you can't even kick them because it makes you the bad guy. You're just a dictator. You just don't want anyone to have fun, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, do you not see what's going on? I have every right to be doing this. I can't even get frustrated with these people without it being my problem. You just can't win with these people. But during that time, I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna start all over. I left that server, and I decided I'm just gonna make another one from scratch. And this time, I'm gonna be a little more strict, but not too strict. I just don't want to be like, have everyone just be so restricted. I'm not gonna say like just give 3 channels. It's like, you better not do it or it's instant ban. You know what I mean? I don't want to sound like appear that I'm being too strict. I just want to avoid giving anyone like too much freedom, because when I tried to not kick people or get rid of problem causers or any rule breakers or something like that, just to get rid of people causing problems, I didn't say anything to anybody or kick or ban anybody, because I just didn't want anybody getting worked up. But like I said, there were consequences, because they must have realized anyway with whatever, and you just continue to do things that they're not supposed to. And it's just the constant behavior. It's like, this is not what I wanted for this server. It's not what I wanted at all. What's going on right now is the complete opposite of what I have envisioned for this server. And it just keeps getting worse and worse. And I had to keep dealing with constant bullcrap. So I'm gonna make a new one, and you'll get warnings, but if you continue to break any rule, then eventually you'll be kicked. I was thinking about doing what this one server does. If you'll get kicked, but you won't be allowed to join temporarily, like 2 or 3 days, and be allowed to come back. And I just thought, you know what? That actually is good. I couldn't complain. It's like that gets the point across. And I might do that. And with this new server, what I'm going to do is, for one, I'm gonna put more effort into it. I'm gonna organize it better. Gonna set up the roles better. Overall, just give it a much better appeal. Have the channels more organized. Maybe some bots, and have a mechanic that allows people that when people join, they have to read the rules and then click a reaction or something, or a password that's hidden in the rules. I've seen that done before. I might do that. I don't know. But and then they were allowed to see the channels and talk and interact. So I thought that'd be a good way to get people to actually look at the rules, read it instead of just completely ignore them. Like, this is what I like. Just follow the rules. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and just follow those rules. Get along and just get along with everybody. Don't insult anybody. Just be chill. But break those rules, because I've seen people just be trolls or rude just for the sake of being a jerk. Just, if you continue to do this stuff, you're out. But I'm gonna. Just don't worry. I'm not gonna bring the hammer down constantly. I'm not gonna be like having a gun in everyone's head, like, did you just post a meme, General? Something like that. It's like, I'm not just gonna attack anybody for any little thing. I'm just gonna make sure it's just like, hey, this is supposed to be a chill server, or just keep things in a said channel. Overall, just relax. We're supposed to have fun here. But if you're gonna ignore any of the rules or harass people or something like that, it's not gonna be tolerated. But I'm not gonna be a fun restricting person. Of course, that's what everyone else saw me as. And despite how many times I had to defend myself or explain my point, it was completely ignored. So I'm hoping with this new server, the new people that I'll get will, for one, be more mature, and overall will just understand what a rule is, for one, and just be more level-headed, more good people, you know what I mean? I just want some new people who actually know how how to behave in a Discord server. Just read the rules and be like, oh, that seems fair. So basically, this is supposed to be just a happy, cheerful, get along kind of server. It seems simple enough. That kind of thing. Just don't make this thing into a freaking vote. That's what everyone else did. They tried to turn my server into a freaking Senate. It's like, this is not a government. This is a Discord server. There are no Democrats or Republicans here. But apparently I was a dictator. But it's just a Discord server. There are no dictators or presidents. And I'm sure as hell not going to have vote systems. I'm definitely going to have more reasonable people. Maybe get Jeff involved. definitely for sure for this one he's gotta be. And overall, just have a good time. That's all I wanted from the beginning. But instead of that, I ended up getting a very toxic and drama-filled server. Basically, everyone was just immature and childish and whining about every little thing. So this time, I'm just gonna not hold back. And if people cause problems, and if they got warned 3 times, then I'll have to give them the boot. I can't just keep letting things just drop lower and lower just because people are gonna get mad, and I want to show that I'm not a dictator, I'm not a fun hater, but because I was trying so hard to not upset anybody, it seemed that I just allowed everyone to do what they want. Crime has been legal for the next 24 hours, like the Purge. Pretty much, it's just like I'm just sitting around and everyone's acting out. It's just like, oh, I can't really step in, or everyone will harass me and shit on me just for doing my job. But I left that server, and despite how badly I wanted to just delete it, because out of spite and how much I just didn't like that server. I realized as I was about to give him the ownership, I realized I just really want to delete this server. And I realized not because I just wanted to get rid of it, but also out of spite. But I have high hopes for this new server. I'm gonna find a day where I can take a break and put all my attention into this Discord server, get it set up, and then I will open the link and welcome everybody to a brand new server, Toxic Free, where all my fans can get together, have a good time, share their moments, etc., etc. And it's gonna be much better than the first one. So, I have high hopes for it. But I want to focus on also getting myself back out there, because it seems that slowing down is also not really helping my views. And I seem to be shadow banned by YouTube. They seem to have shunned me out. And not even my best videos getting a lot of views anymore. So, I'm back to square one. But anyway, keep an eye out on the 2 Fortnite channel for any new TF2 stuff, because out of this, I'm gonna probably start editing one for a bit. I'm hopefully gonna get my projects done, and then I'll finally take my break. And then I can celebrate after years of work. I can finally chill and move on, and actually catch up on some much needed sleep after 3 years. So, that's about it. Expect there to be a new Keyblade Games server. Brand new and improved. So stay tuned. And I'll see you all in the next one, or maybe on Discord. Have a good one, everybody. Farewell.